Hello, and welcome to my course on building your own IT services business. My name is Edward Calixto, and I am the CEO and founder of the Edward Calixto Consulting Group based in Miami, Florida. I've been working in IT for over 25 years. During the last 25 years, I've earned multiple certifications as well as a BBA and an MBA. I've also lived through many of the big booms and busts. Prior to 1993, I worked as a bench tech fixing electronic devices, and I also worked installing and servicing phone systems and call sequencers. It was during my job installing these phone systems and call sequencers in 1992, I had the opportunity to go to wireman school. By going to wireman school, I was able to learn how to properly cable an office in a building. Became an expert, and the company that I was working for decided to send me out to the field now to service call sequencers and do new installations for them. Is when I was at these companies doing these installs, the owners of these companies would come to me and ask me, "Hey, can you install computers? Can you move computers? Can you work with computers?" And that was my intro into servicing computers. In the beginning, I said no, but later on, because so many clients would ask, I ended up saying yes, but I would tell them I would have to do it after hours or on weekends. I parlayed that into a second full-time job, my side hustle. And from there, I decided one day, you know what? There's just too much money with computers versus the call sequencers and the phone systems for me. I'd rather just make a full switch. So in 1993, I decided to make that switch and I jumped into the computer business, the IT business. Since 1993, I've worked all sides of the IT business. I've worked for Fortune 100 and 500 companies. I've worked for the Department of Defense, the Florida Department of Transportation, United States Coast Guard, as well as the NBA. I've owned two successful MSP business, and one of the things I am very proud of is before I turned 28, I had sold over $1 million worth of IT services and IT equipment. I worked for the largest state college in the United States, and then I also became an adjunct professor. Once I had my master's degree, I was allowed to teach, so I said, hey, why not give it a try? So, what makes this course special? Well, I always like saying I formatted it as a college course. It's presented through a combination of lectures and simple PowerPoint presentations. I avoid using pictures unless it's necessary, and I make sure that everybody knows that because I think sometimes people get distracted on how pretty a slide is versus the content on the slide. I do no upselling or cross-selling. That means I will not be selling you my book. I will not be selling you a private membership to some club or to some tribe or whatever they want to call it, these pyramid schemes. And I do not sell any personal appearances. So I'm not trying to get you to come to one of my lectures. I've added my personal history and my perspective to how I made my companies and I was able to sell them. I give out lots of handouts and samples. A lot of these companies out there that give online courses, you'll notice that they'll say, hey, you need a contract for this. And you don't know what that contract is supposed to look like. Well, I include in my courses the contracts. So you can use them as reference. You can, if you already have one, you can match them up, make sure that some of the information that's inside my contract is also included in yours. One of my key differentiators, I also believe, I am 100% vendor and brand neutral on just about everything. I avoid making product and manufacturer recommendations. Since this is educational and you need to be able to know what to look for in a good product, I don't want to cloud your mind by placing the name of a company or a manufacturer when I'm not trying to promote that company. At no means will I try to promote any company. So that's what makes my course special. Now some time for some disclaimers. I am still under NDA for the next couple of years, so I can't give you exact details. An example that a question that's always asked, how much did I sell the company for? I cannot tell you that. Also, I've purposely omitted the names of companies and manufacturers as much as possible, again, to be 100% neutral. The names of services and equipment will only be used for clarity when necessary. So if I say by accident, oh yeah, I threw a Cisco router to do XYZ. Well, I use the word Cisco router just to highlight it was a Cisco router. Not a big deal. I try to avoid those though. If you think that I'm holding something out, and it's true, I do hold pieces of information out, and it's for the two reasons I mentioned above. This course is designed as part one of two. The first part is how to build a successful one-man MSP through the use of a 12-month marketing plan. That do not get hung up on the 12 months. It takes longer than 12 months because we have the pre-launch and then we have the post-launch. The 12-month marketing will require you to do in month 12, 13, 14, and so on. Many of the items we did in the prior months. So that's what I have to say about that. You will not be able to build your company that fast. It usually takes about 2 years. Second course is designed to teach you how to build a large MSP through multiple partnership with other one-man MSPs. Develop a more systematic style of professional selling to large businesses. When you want to compete with the larger companies, you have to be of a certain size. When you're going after certain clients, you have to have a different sales approach and style than what you did before. Well, I cover all that. So I'll teach you how to do more professional selling, and I will also tell you the strategies that I used once I had my partnership built, as well as I'm going to cover how I did wine and dine and get these other one-man MSPs on board and why it only benefited us and made us much more stronger than the sum of our parts. Objective of the course. The goal of this course is to equip and motivate you enough so that you have the courage to try to build your own IT services business, particularly a VAR or an MSP, in as little as 2 years. This is done by giving you a clear pre-launch and post-launch plan, which includes the same 12-month marketing plan I used to launch my last company. I am also including insider tips and strategies so you don't waste time or money during your journey. What topics will be covered in this course? Well, I've divided the course into two sections, the basics and the advanced. The basics include types of businesses we can launch, products and solutions that we should be considering, how to start. That's the pre-launch and the post-launch. What are we going to do so that we're ready to launch our business? And what are we going to do the moment we do launch our business? We're also going to look at the advanced. That's insurance policy, bonds, contracts and agreements, vendor selection, pricing strategies, marketing in general, as well as a 12-month marketing plan. I hope you're as excited about this journey as I am. So let's get started. I'll see you in the next section.
So I hope you liked this video. If you did, please smash the like button, subscribe to my channel, as well as hit the notification bell to be informed the next time I post another video, as well as spread the word. Share this with one friend. Until next time, bye-bye.